So now you have your own aesthetic practice. What do you do now? I'm Dr. Adam Sewell, and we're going to go over the 4 steps that you need to complete after you get your aesthetic practice up and running to make sure that you are successful. Number 1, you want to build or install basic business systems in your practice. Each of these steps we'll go over in more detail. Number 2, you want to create channels for patients to learn more about you and what you do. Number 3, you want to make or use pre-made content that's kind of like an edutainment. That's both entertainment and education together. Number 4, you want to dedicate time to growing your business. And so let's jump into these real quick and go over each of them. So number 1, you want to build or install basic business systems. If you haven't already, we have a whole video called the 5 Pillars to Aesthetic Practice. These pillars are 5 systems that is 100% required to have a successful aesthetic practice. If you have these systems in place, if you have them running on their own, your life becomes much easier and your business starts to build itself because it develops a certain momentum. But we have a whole video on it called 5 Pillars of Your Aesthetic Practice. You can watch it, it's free. But look into getting those systems put into your business right away. Number 2, you want to create channels for patients to learn more about you and what you do. Remember, people do business with people or brands that they know, like, and they trust. So here's an example of a channel that is made. Number 1, you can make some social media content talking about a procedure, maybe even demonstrating procedure on yourself, on your staff. Number 2, you can build an offer or a lead magnet, where basically here is an offer that runs on Facebook. So basically, those people who watch this video will then see this ad later, and it will say, hey, would you like to get a free $250 voucher for some Botox or Xeomin? And then that will take them to a page where they can claim their $250 gift card, which is called a funnel. So it's just a website that only has one action you can do. That's why it's called a funnel, is to direct people to one thing. Not 10,000 things, not everything you ever offered, but just one thing. Do you want this lead magnet? Do you want this $250 voucher? If so, click here, do this thing, and you're done. That's a funnel. Not to be confused with a website. So that's one channel example for you. Number 3, make or use basically pre-made edutainment. So you can make it on your own or you can use pre-made ones, but you want to release content all the time on social media. And the reason why is that the way social media works, the more posts that you have, the more content that you're producing, the more airtime you get on social media, so to speak, the more exposure you get. That's why you see some of the fastest growing brands on social media, they're posting like 6 to 8 times a day. I mean, they're posting all the time because they know the more posts they have, the greater chance that they're being seen, the greater chance that more people see them and get to know them. Next, here's a good example of using that social media post. So here, for our people in the Aesthetic Arts Inner Circle, we give them pre-made posts like this, where basically you can use this, you can swap out the colors, you can put different pictures, but basically you click a few buttons and this goes into your social media. Oops, sorry about that. This goes into your social media account and you can basically schedule these to either, be carousels or to run at certain times, etc. So, you can find a source to get those and basically, touch them up and then, schedule them on your own. Or 2, you can make each individual one if you like, but you want to start making some kind of content regularly on your social media all the time because it's like being on air. It's basically free advertising and you can also reference it. Number 4, you want to dedicate time to growing your business. This is probably the one thing that is really, really critical and is most commonly overlooked. As a medical entrepreneur, whether you realize it or not, you're wearing many, many different types of hats. You're the provider. You're also the compliance officer. You're the privacy officer. You're the clinic manager. You're the front desk person. You're the business owner. You're the head of marketing. Like, you're wearing all of these different hats that kind of come defaultly whenever you create your own thing. That's why you see in big companies, they have so many different people that work together in a team because each of these people, each of these tasks could be a full-time job for somebody. But for you, as a medical entrepreneur, you're doing all of them at once. And so basically you want to dedicate time on your schedule and to basically work in your business and basically grow the business. Time to work on your business, but not just in your business. So if you're doing injections, if you're doing those things, you're working inside your business as an employee. If you're thinking about how to grow your business, how to grow your company, things you can do to make your business grow and become more valuable to you, then you're working on your business. So what you want to do is you want to schedule time. I call it strategic planning, but you want to schedule time on your calendar for this planning, because you will notice that as you start to schedule time to do these things, you'll gain clarity on what to do next, and your business will really, really start to grow. So if you follow these 4 steps, this will start you off for success now that you've got your own aesthetic practice. Thank you. This is Dr. Adam Sewell signing off. One vision, one purpose, freedom through prosperity.